Okay, hey everyone, welcome to the stream. So today we're going to be taking a look at the patch notes for the latest update with Season 20, The Glow of the Ghoul. So we've had the update, and my Xbox is currently updating. I've got about 10 gig left, and we're going to discuss all the patch notes and all the changes that are coming with the game. And there's some good stuff. There is some good stuff. So let's get started. Fallout 76 Glow Within release notes. Okay, so today's Ghoul Within update gives all Wastelanders an opportunity to turn themselves into a ghoul, unlocking a whole new way to experience Appalachia, with new gameplay mechanics and ghoul exclusive perk cards. So we hope you're all ready to unleash your inner ghoul. So the update highlights, so the ghoulification, take a leap of faith in a new section of the Savage Divide and emerge a fully fledged ghoul. There's ghoul exclusive perk cards, find fantastic build opportunities with 30 new perk cards, 28 regular and 2 legendary. Oh, hold on a second, I just need to sort my chat window out because I can't see the chat window. One moment. And just realized browser docs there, paste. Okay, I can see a chat window now. Hey Navy, hey Chris, what time is the update? So the update is happening now. When the servers go back live, I don't know. So season 20, the Glow of the Ghoul. So mutation, radiation, glow. It's time to ghoulify Appalachia. So the update sizes vary depending on your platform that you play on. If you're playing on PC and Steam, 18.9 gig. PC, the Microsoft Store, 37.6 gig. Xbox, 37.6 gig. And PlayStation, 36.8 gig. So the ghoulification, to begin your path to the ghoul life, you'll have to pick up the questline Leap of Faith, which will take you into a new section of the Savage Divide. There, you will meet new characters who will aid you in your transformation. Completing this questline will complete your transformation, unlocking new ghoul exclusive abilities, Glow and Feral, as well as giving you access to 30 new ghoul exclusive perks. So it looks like you have to complete the questline to get access to the perks, because obviously you can't pick the perks unless you are a ghoul. So the ghoulities or abilities. So being feral. So becoming a ghoul sheds the need to state your hunger and thirst. Instead, you battle against a gnawing desire to slip back into your base nature, abandoning all sanity you might have had. The new feral meter drains over time and can only be filled back up by consuming chems. You may not want to keep that meter 100% filled though. Your feral status provides different bonuses and penalties depending on how full the meter is. So when your feral meter is above 80%, you gain plus 3 strength, plus 3 endurance, and plus 30 max HP. When it's above 60%, you gain plus 15 max HP. Above 40%, you lose 1 endurance and minus 5 max HP. If it's above 20%, you lose 3 endurance and 15 max HP and minus 10 max AP. And if it's at 0, you gain 150% melee damage, but you lose 5 endurance, 99 charisma, so you will automatically go to negative, 0 charisma. You take minus 30 HP, minus 20 max AP, minus 300% hip fire gun accuracy and VATS accuracy. So basically, you're not going to be able to shoot. You're not going to be able to shoot a gun. You're not going to hit anything. So you need to maintain your, that is ridiculous melee damage at 0%. But you become like an absolute glass cannon, losing 5 endurance and like all the hit points and AP and everything. So yeah, I don't know. That seems a little crazy. Obviously above 80% is where you want to be with the plus 3 strength, 3 endurance, plus 30 max HP. That seems like the best spot to be in, but obviously you need to be consuming an insane amount of chems to maintain that by the looks of it. But I suppose we'll get to see as gameplay goes on with how that's going to work. So glow, as you might expect, when living life as a ghoul, radiation doesn't have the same effect on you as it does on the smooth skinned. You're immune to diseases and cannot be mutated by nearby radiation. As a ghoul, radiation makes you glow. So this new glow system increases your maximum health and heals damage you've taken based on the amount of radiation that you've accumulated. Your glow can be tracked by the green striped pattern on your HP bar. So there's now an additional like health bar that overlaps your HP bar. That's my understanding. Consuming tainted foods, drinks, and exploring irradiated environments all contribute to your glow. If you hear that Pip-Boy ticking, the radiation is hitting. While you're in power armor, your radiation intake can be seen on the rad dial next to your health. Outside of the max health increase glow provides, it also contributes to perks like Science Monster and Jaguar Speed perks mentioned below. Okay, so Gurks perks for ghouls. So one of the immediate benefits of living life as a ghoul is that you'll have access to the new suite of perk cards that you can use in addition to the normal human cards. There are 28 perks to choose from and 2 legendary perks for ghouls. The new perk cards can be attained through perk card packs or by selecting your level up perk. These perks will open up new build opportunities and enhance the way you play. Do note that perk cards that revolve around hunger, thirst, and chem resistant. And the chem resistant perk will be locked as ghouls don't require the benefits that those cards provide. Okay, so you're not going to be able to add those cards into your build because there's going to be no benefit to having them in your build, if that makes sense. So they're just going to become locked that you can't add them because it would just be a waste. So let's look at one perk from each special category. All perk descriptions are at their max value. Okay, so strength. In Bone Shatterer, hey Norse, good to see you. Your melee weapon attacks have a 45% chance to cripple a limb. That seems decent. We don't know how many perk points that costs, but that seems like a decent killer sheep. When does maintenance end? Not sure. Or when does it finish? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Perception, Eye of the Hunter. So your vision grants you 30% accuracy in VATS from a very long distance. Okay, I mean that seems okay as well. I'm not going to turn any of my ranged builds into ghouls. I'm only going to turn my melee guy into a ghoul, I think. So under endurance, glowing gut. So irradiated food and drink grants 300% more rads. Okay. Again, we don't know any of the perk point costs of these perks, but dare say we'll find out. Charisma, moral support. So when on a team, you become feral 50% slower. Okay. Intelligence, Science Monster. So while you have glow, gain 15% bonus damage for 10 seconds upon getting hit. Okay. So this is kind of like the reverse of is it kind of like the reverse of adrenaline sort of thing? So you gain bonus damage for being hit, whereas adrenaline's obviously you gain bonus damage for kills. So it's kind of the reverse thing. So Jaguar Speed, you now sprint 20% faster when your glow is high. Okay, that seems good. Definitely going to be using that on my melee guy. When are the servers opening? I'm not entirely sure, Rex. In luck, we've got Wild West Hands. So 36% chance to instantly reload your entire magazine when empty. So that's basically like the Quick Hands perk that's already in luck, which has a similar percentage, I think, a similar percentage chance to reload. I can't remember the exact percentage, but yeah, Quick Hands works pretty similar. So a Ghoul's Day Out. So with all these new benefits that help you explore the wasteland, we would forgive you for thinking that life as a ghoul was easy. No matter how well dressed you are, there are still some factions like the Brotherhood of Steel who don't want to interact with you. Playing as a ghoul will make some factions hostile to you, which will lock you out of some quest lines. Luckily, wearing disguises made by Jay, a new NPC you will meet along the new quest line, will allow you to interact with any blocked content that you may find when living life as a ghoul. Jay will also allow you to remove the disguise if you so wish. So back to humanity. So if after a short while you realise that being ghoul isn't for you, you can become a human again through your character screen. Please note, this is a one-way ticket back, and you won't be able to complete the quest line to become a ghoul again. Huh. So, if you want a character that has already completed the Leap of Faith quest line to become a ghoul again, you can purchase a ghoul retransformation, which will be available on the character screen for 1,000 atoms. Okay, so if you decide to opt out of being a ghoul before completing the quest line, it appears as though that quest line is then completely locked to that character and you can't re-engage it. However, if you have completed the quest line, you can choose to then back out of being a ghoul and then become a ghoul again, but it's going to cost you 1,000 atoms. So, I highly suggest anybody who chooses to become a ghoul... So, hold on. You won't be able to... This is the one-way ticket back. You won't be able to complete the quest line to become a ghoul again. So, if you want a character that has already completed the Leap of Faith... But then I suppose if they haven't completed the quest, then they're not going to become a ghoul, are they? So, okay. Okay. Yeah, You could purchase a ghoul retransformation, which will... yeah. So, bask in the glow of the ghoul and earn new ghoulish rewards throughout your journey. So, this is Season 20. The glow of the ghoul. So, it costs $10 to become human again. Yeah, basically, say. Welcome to the stream, though. It's good to see you. For a complete look at what awaits you this season, check out our Season 20 article here. So, I'm not going to go into that. But I think that's just going to show all the rewards and all that sort of stuff. I'm not going to go into that now. I want to get into like all the changes that are coming with this update. So spring is on the way, which means the new themed event begins on April 29th. So that's still another 5-6 weeks away yet. So we hope you look forward to helping a black-eyed Susan save her favorite meadow from the Overgrown. So the Overgrown are enemies from the expeditions. So level 50 character boost. For new and veteran Wastelanders alike, the new level 50 character boost is a great way to get your new character ready to participate in daily ops, public events, and explore Appalachia. Bethesda marketing at its finest. Yeah, I mean, that's pricey, that is. That's pricey. 1,000 atoms. Yeah. So check out our article for more information. This article will be going live later today. We like sharing patch notes with you all early, so we sometimes run into situations where articles aren't fully live yet. Okay, so is this basically a instant character to level 50? Kind of like how the level character thing works coming out of the vault. But I think you have to pay for this, right? This isn't something that you could just choose to instantly do. I believe this is a atom cost thing. So let's get into release notes. So accessibility. Today's update has fixed an issue where the text-to-speech window could persist through various menus. It's fixed an issue where chosen screen narration voice type could reset after relaunching the game. So I'm not going to turn into a ghoul then because I'm not paying $10 to become human. No, so you can So you can do it for free once. So you can become human again for free once, but then if you want to become a ghoul again after that, then it's going to cost you money. Okay? So you can become a ghoul, complete the quest, become a ghoul. If then you don't like it, you can then become human again at no cost. It's not going to cost you anything. But then if you, after that, want to become a ghoul again, that's then going to cost you 1,000 atoms. Okay? And then I assume, I don't know about then what's going to happen about returning back to being human after you've paid. I don't know what's going to happen there. Hey, you, I'm not sure what time the game's going to be ready. I am not sure. I mean, I can fire up my... So my update has completed, but I don't think... So we can switch to my game, but I think the servers are still not going to be live yet. Ooh, we got some new music. Waiting to see if the robot platforming raids is insta-kill again. Ah, we'll have to get to that. Hey, Ghosty Projects. Yeah, servers are undergoing maintenance, so it's still not quite live yet. It's still not quite live yet. Okay, so going back to this. Where were we? Fixed an issue where menus would not scroll properly while using text-to-speech or speech-to-text options. Ammo, plasma, and ultrasight cores now display their charge value. That's awesome, because I'm sick and tired of just seeing a stupid little bar that doesn't always you know, give you insight. Hey, Endless, good to see you. Guessing 2-3 hours, might be sooner. Well, it's normally around 6:30, I think, then when they go live. Fully charged fusion, plasma, and ultrasight cores can now be placed in the ammo box. Fusion cores count as in use while in power armor when storing unused ammo in the ammo box. Okay, so when you go to the ammo box now and you press the button to store everything, it is going to store all your fusion cores except for the fusion core that is not in your... Oh, no, hold on. So fusion cores count as in use while in power. Oh, so if you're wearing power armor, all your fusion cores will count as in use, I guess. So does the same thing apply when if you're like holding a gap plas? Are your plasma cores going to count as in use? Is that the way that's going to work? So fusion cores assigned to power armor cannot be stored in the ammo box. Okay, well that makes sense. Armor fixed an issue where the V63 jetpack paint could not be applied to the Vulcan jetpack. Interesting. Enclave Technician headwear now provides correct damage and disease resistance against airborne diseases. Hazmat and Chinese stealth suit now count as wearing a full matching set of armor. Okay. Oh, so I'm assuming that counts for things like Funky Duds and things like that. Are they the same thing? If then it applies to both. What are we referring to? Are you referring to the plasma cores? With regards to whether they're going to go in the stash box? In your ammo box, I mean? Yeah, I'm not sure, Navy. I'm not sure. I mean, it would make sense that if you're holding a gap plas, then your plasma cores shouldn't... If you choose to store all your ammo, they should count as active, the same as the fusion cores count as active if you're in power armor. But whether Bethesda have got the foresight to think of that, I don't know. The hazmat suit is now in the armor category in the Pip-Boy. Does it offer... What? Surely it's an apparel piece, isn't it? Isn't the hazmat suit apparel? I don't know. So they've expanded the area of passive power for the Winter Retreat workshop structure. It is apparel. It forces you to remove your armor, so it's armor. Oh, so you can't wear... Oh, of course, yeah, you can't wear it over the top of armor, can you? So it counts as armor. Yeah. Okay. Forgive me. Fixed an issue where workshop items would not place correctly while using free cam in the summer camp shelter. Stored camp pet furniture now properly refers to them as a dweller. The last turbo fert grenade in a stack will function as expected. Huh. So was that not working then? Interesting. That's an interesting bug. Fixed an issue where two doors could be attached to the same door frame. Okay. Fixed an issue where the flower cart vending machine... fixed an issue with the flower cart vending machine not having proper transparency on the flowers. Okay. So under combat, they've reduced the health and damage output of super mutants. They've reduced the health, so they've made them more squishy and made them deal less damage. What? Why would they do that? Surely super mutants aren't, like, overpowered. Like, why would they do that? That seems weird. That they've reduced the health and damage output. Super mutants' lives matter. It seems so. They fixed an issue with the Cavaliers mod where the player took increased damage while blocking interesting. There is a fix for Cavalier. Well, not a fix. There's an update for Cavaliers that we'll get to in a bit. Manhunt corrected grammatical mistakes in Mad Dog Malone's lines. Interesting. So combat balancing. So most pistols have been modified to incorporate the damage that they would deal via perks into their base damage, since those perks no longer offer a pistol-specific increase to damage. In addition to this, a few pistols have received a further increase to their base damage, and the following weapons can be converted to rifles via mods, and thus will have their base damage further increased in the future. Oh, interesting. Because more people are starting the game for the first time and are finding them hard to kill. Yeah, but they're all level dependent, aren't they? But they're supposed to be hard to kill. They're supposed to be the toughest basic enemies in the game, surely. I don't know. Super mutants have always been like that. So why make them more squishy and make them deal less damage? I don't understand. So they've changed some pistols then to be able to be converted into rifles via mods in your at your weapons workbench. So they include the pipe gun, the pipe revolver, the pipe bolt action. I'm assuming the pipe bolt action pistol, the laser gun, the ultrasight laser gun, the plasma gun, and the enclave plasma gun. You don't truly understand it, but it's the reason. Yeah. So they've updated some weapon damage changes. So the base damage values listed here represent the weapon at its max level, either 45 or 50. Lower levels have been adjusted proportionately. Okay, so the 10 mil is getting a damage buff from 29 to 45. That doesn't seem anything like enough. I mean, it's good that they're showing it some love, but like 29 to 45, 16 damage, that's nothing. The 44 revolver is getting 72 to 132. So they can give this like 60 damage, but they give this 16. Like, I mean, come on. It doesn't seem anything like enough at all. The Alien Blaster 37 to 59. The Black Powder Pistol 216 to 347. That's an insane boost. That's an insane boost. The Crusader Pistol 35 to 56. The Circuit Breaker 40 to 64. Salvaged Assaultron Head 62 to 95. The Western Revolver 84 to 157. So that's nearly doubled its damage output. That's crazy. The Gamma Gun 60 to 85. The Gauss Pistol 115 to 195. That's a really nice damage boost with the Gauss Pistol. That is a really nice damage boost to the Gauss Pistol. The Gauss Pistol is going to become really, really viable now with that, I'm sure. The Single Action Revolver 82 to 184. So that's had over 100 extra damage applied to it with that Single Action Revolver. That's crazy. And then the Pipe Revolver's had a boost from 70 to 85. So weapon AP cost changes. So the Pipe Gun has gone from 21 down to 13. So this weapon no longer has reduced AP cost from automatic receivers. So the 10 mil has gone from an AP cost of 20 down to 15, and this weapon no longer has reduced AP cost from automatic receivers. So I think I worked out with the 20%, 25% less VAT action point cost, this is going to get down to about 11 AP. So I don't know. We'll see how this is, but I mean, it's nice that they've reduced the AP cost. It's nice that they've buffed the damage. They've not buffed it by enough, and I don't know. I feel as though they've still not reduced this by enough, but we'll see. So the Circuit Breaker's gone from 20 down to 16. The 44 Revolver's gone from 35 down to 20. The Alien Blaster's gone from 20 to 17. The Crusader Pistol's gone from 20 to 16. The Combat Shotgun has basically been halved and gone from 35 down to 18. That's nice. The Western Revolver's gone from 35 to 22. The Double Barrel Shotgun's gone from 30 to 26. The Cold Shoulder's gone from 30 to 28. They may as well not even have touched that. They've taken two bloody AP, 2 action point cost off that. Like, why even bother? The Gauss Pistol has gone from 35 to 18. So the Gauss Pistol has had a very nice, healthy damage buff from 115 to 195. And then it's had its AP cost basically slashed in half. Someone at Bethesda's hating on the 10 mil. 100%. 100%. That's crazy. It's crazy. But I'll tell you something. the Ghost pistol, like, it's had its AP cost basically slashed in half, and its damage, like, boosted quite nicely. Where are we? 115 to 195. So it's had like 70 damage put on it. 80 damage put on it, sorry. 80 damage. And then its AP cost cut in half. The plasma gun's gone from 25 down to 16. The Enclave plasma gun has gone from 25 to 18. The gamma gun has gone from 30 to 18. The pipe revolver has gone from 25 to 16. Gunther's big iron has gone from 30 to 35. The Gore shotgun has gone from 35 to 24. That's quite a nice buff as well to the AP cost on that. The laser gun has gone from 25 to 16. The pump action shotgun has gone from 35 to 20. The single use action revolver has gone from 35 to 24. And then the ultralight laser gun has gone from 25 to 14. AFSD, good to see you, dude. So, weapon VATS critical damage multiplier changes. Okay, so these are VATS-based critical damage multipliers for each weapon. Mods, perks, and other buffs can further increase these values. So, the 10 mil no longer gets a standard buff of two times critical damage. It now gets a buff of 2.5 times critical damage. That's very nice. But I feel as though they still should have done more in terms of buffing the damage and reducing the AP cost a little bit. But, you know, and that's only while it's semi-automatic. Oh, okay. Huh. That's interesting. The circuit breaker has gone from 2 to 2.75. So why can't the 10 mil pistol go to 2.75? Like, everything else is going to 2.75. So the Crusader pistol's gone to 2.5. Okay, we'll get to that. The 44 revolver's gone from 2 to 2.75. The Alien Blaster's gone from 2 to 2.25. The Black Powder pistol's gone from 2 to 2.75. The Crusader pistol's gone from 2 to 2.5. The single action revolver's gone from 2 to 2.75. The salvage Ultron head has gone from 2 to 3. The Western revolver has gone from 2 to 2.75. The Gamma gun has gone from 2.22 to 2.75. The Ghost pistol has gone from 2.22 to 2.75. The Ghost pistol has had some mad love with this update. Absolutely mad love with this update. So, reduced AP cost, nice weapon damage buff, and now VATS critical buffs as well. Very nice. Very nice. The pipe bolt action has gone from 2 to 2.75. The pipe gun has gone from 2 to 2.5. That's only while semi-automatic. And then the pipe revolver has gone from 2 to 2.75. And then we've had weapon sneak damage multiplier changes. So these are base VATS critical damage multipliers for each weapon. Mods and perks can further increase these values. So 10 mil, 2 to 2.5. Alien Blaster, 2 to 2.25. The Crusader pistol, 2 to 2.5. The pipe bolt action, 2 to 2.75. And the pipe gun, 2 to 2.5. So, under events, dangerous pastimes, they've increased the countdown timer for the first stage to allow for more time before interacting with the intercom. Okay, so does anybody know the time that was on that? Because they've not given a new time. They've just increased the timer. But they've not given us any indication as to what it was. And then I think this is what everybody has been waiting for. So, legendary mods. So, they fixed a bug causing the legendary box mods to drop on death. Okay, so that was identified as a bug. That's nice to hear. 2 minutes 30 to 3 minutes. Okay, so they've given another 30 seconds. I mean, that's okay, I suppose. They fixed an issue which caused the Pounders mod to do more damage than indicated. There we go. So Pounders is now basically worthless, I think. But we'll see. Battle Loaders no longer activates when bashing players or teammates. Fixed an issue with the Defenders mod where players took increased damage while blocking. Conductors now correctly grants 5% health and AP on successful critical hits. That is going to be awesome. That is going to be awesome. This coupled with Rejuvenators is basically going to give you, I think, pretty much infinite VATS when you're like fighting the snake and bosses and that sort of thing. It's going to be crazy. Legendary box mods can now be scrapped for legendary modules. So a 1-star box mod is going to give you 3 modules. A 2-star box mod is going to give you a 2-star box mod is going to give you 6 modules. A 3-star box mod is going to give you 12, and then a 4-star is going to give you 24. Wasn't this 2, 4? Was this 2, 4, 6, and 12 originally? Was it 2, 4, 6, and 12? Something in my brain is telling me that this was 2, 4, 6, and 12, and they've basically like pretty much doubled it. It's crazy. 24 modules for a 4-star. That's awesome. So you now have a chance to learn the plans by scrapping the box mods at the same rate as scrapping an item with the mod attached. Okay, so they fixed Arms Keeper to no longer apply to grenades. The next line is annoying. It's the same percentage chance to unlock. What, you now have a chance to learn the plans by scrapping the box mods at the same rate as scrapping an item with the mod attached. Wow. So what is the percentage chance? Because the thing is, when you scrap a weapon that has like, so if you're scrapping like a 3-star weapon that has a plan that you don't know, you've got the ability to get any of those legendary box mods back. Hey Samurai Gaming, how's it going? You've got the same ability to get those box mods back. You've got the ability to unlock any of those weapon mods that you haven't yet unlocked. And then you've got the ability to unlock the crafting mods. So, is it the same rate as scrapping an item with the mod attached? So you're going to scrap a box mod and say it's like 4% or 3% or 2% or, I don't know, 0.5% in Bethesda's crazy mind. Then you're either like 9 times out of 10, I would say, well, it's probably fucking 1 time out of 100 you're going to get something. I don't know. Seems crazy. Cavaliers. So for the weapon, they fixed a bug causing this mod to increase damage instead of reducing it. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, I'm with you. And armor now just grants a -5% damage taken while sprinting. So this used to have a percentage chance to reduce damage by 15%. So it was like a 75% chance to reduce damage by 15% while sprinting. Now it just has a flat out 5% reduction while you're sprinting. So a full stack, you're going to get 20. You're going to take basically 25% less damage while you're sprinting, which I actually quite like. I would rather have something that I know is working than have something that has a percentage to work, because not every piece surely is going to work at the same time, I guess. So this just it just works. It just works. So Sentinels now obviously does exactly the same thing, but this is while you're standing still. So Sentinels now grants 5% damage taken while 5% less damage taken while standing still. So again, it just works. There is no percentage chance for it to work. So onto Furious. So this effect is now called Onslaught, and this basically gives you now 5% damage per stack up to a maximum of 9 stacks, and stacks with the new Gunslinger and Gorilla perks. So Onslaught's description.
Game, human? Having fun?
Versus Toxic, thank you for subscribing. Oh, hold on. That didn't come up over the top. Clown, very much looking forward to playing as a ghoul, though I hope they introduce something to help with weight management. I swear I'm always on the verge of over-encumbrance. Well, I don't know. That's just how you manage your inventory, I guess. That is just how you manage your inventory. You've probably got items in your inventory that are weighing you down that you don't even realize. Like, I bet you've got repair kits and all that sort of stuff. I bet that's just what weighing you down. Okay, so Onslaught's description. So each consecutive hit grants a stack of Onslaught. Stacks expire once per second. So players have an initial limit of 0 and can increase this through perks and items. The effects granted per stack can also be modified by perks and items. Okay, So Pounders is reworded for Onslaught and fixed an issue with the stack limit. Okay. So it's plus 10% damage per Onslaught stack up to a maximum of 10 stacks. Okay. Interesting. So Safecracker's new effect, +1 lockpick skill and +1 hacking skill. Okay. Magazines. So they've updated Guns and Bullets 3 description to state that it gives 100% increase to ballistic critical damage. So I don't. It just said before increased critical damage, ballistic critical damage. It didn't give a figure. I mean, it did the figure, but it didn't state it, if that makes sense. So it did what it was meant to do, but it just didn't state what it was doing. Power armor now grants +10 strength, regardless of your current strength. Inspecting and previewing power armor now correctly shows the parts attached to it. In addition, the inspect menu now displays the contents of the chassis. That is awesome, because the amount of times you look at a chassis not having labeled it or anything, and you don't know what's on it, but now you can inspect it and it will tell you what is in your chassis, which is awesome. So under perks, they've adjusted some perk names for better alphabetical sorting. So an Onslaught now has a HUD indicator. That's cool. That's really cool. I would like to see HUD indicators for things like adrenaline and things like that. You do have a lot of repair kits. You should probably sell them. You can't sell repair kits. You can't sell repair kits. You drop them, you destroy them. If you have basic repair kits, destroy them all. You don't need basic repair kits. Improved repair kits, I normally keep about 20, 25, and I'll destroy the rest. So a help entry has been added for Onslaught. So I'm guessing that's in the settings menu to help people understand what it is. They've added a help entry for small guns, because small guns have had loads of changes. So I'm guessing that's again to help people understand. Updated the help entry for VATs to include information about limb targeting and weakness resistance being tied to perception stat. So we'll get to it in a minute, but from my understanding, concentrated fire doesn't target limbs anymore. You're going to get limb targeting just from having increased perception, I believe, but we'll get to that in a second. They've added an option to disable the unopened perk card prompt. Thank God for that. The amount of times that you open your Pip-Boy and go into the perk menu, and it's like, do you want to open all your perk packs? No, I don't want to open my perk packs for the 100th time. So I'm very glad they've added that. Starting loadouts have been adjusted to accommodate perk card changes. Okay, I mean, that's pretty standard. Fixed an issue where upgraded perk cards only showed rank 1 values when unequipped. Huh. What did that happen to? What did that happen to? So you could have like a rank 3 perk card, you would unequip it, and it would only show it being rank 1. That's weird. I bet players have had to upgrade perk cards for that, thinking they've only got 1 rank of something, when in reality they haven't. Oh, so I wonder if that's why. So I had something the other day where I wanted to upgrade a perk card and it wouldn't let me. And I wonder if it wouldn't let me because it was actually a max rank card, but it was showing only as a rank 1 card. Ah, okay. Interesting. I can't remember what the perk card was, but there was a perk card that I had, and I was like, oh, I want the max rank of that card. I can't believe I don't have it. So I took another rank of the card, and it wouldn't let me upgrade it. That's interesting. Okay. So the perk balancing then. So Arms Keeper, the ranks have been reduced from 3 to 2. Rank 1 is increased to 50%, and rank 2 is increased to 50%. So that's just an all-round good addition. And it now applies to all weapons except grenades. Okay, that's good. So it just reduces the weight of all weapons, which is awesome. So Awareness has a new effect. It allows you to gain more VATS accuracy based on your perception. So the effect of seeing weaknesses in VATS is now tied to having at least 10 perception. So once you have 10 perception, you're just going to see the weaknesses in VATS. No need for the perk card. That's good. Barbarian, ranks reduced from 3 to 1. New effect, gain damage resistance based on your strength. It's doubled when not wearing armor. Okay. Doubled when not wearing armor. Okay. But I like the fact that you gain damage resistance based on your strength. Whether that makes it as effective as it was, I don't know. So bodyguards ranks have been reduced from 4 to 1. And it has a new effect, gain damage and energy resistance based on your charisma. Based on your charisma per teammate. Okay. So is that your charisma and how many teammates you have, or is it referring to your team? It's not referring to your teammates' charisma, is it? Based on your charisma per teammate. Okay. So if you've got like 15 charisma and you've got 4 teammates, I'm assuming you're going to get quite a decent damage and energy resistance increase based on that. But like, who runs 15 charisma? I don't know. Feels like a tad of a waste, but I guess that's just my pack rat brain speaking. Yeah, I mean, if you have basic repair kits, get rid of them, drop them, get rid of them. You don't need them. I mean, you can double repair items using like the weapons artisan or the fix it good perks. So demolition expert ranks have been reduced from 5 to 3. So rank 2 increased from 20% to 40%, and then rank 3 has been increased from 30% to 60%. So what was max rank? So what was rank 5 of demo expert doing before? So was it doing 60%? I think it was. Or was it 50? So it was 60. Okay, so it's the same, but it's costing you two cards less. Hey, Susified, welcome to the stream. So that's good then. So that's nice. You're basically saving yourself 2 perk points if you're using Demo Expert. Fixed an issue where Demolition Expert was increasing turret damage instead of home defense. Oh, okay. So home defense wasn't doing anything, but Demo Expert was doing it in its place. Interesting. So Demolition Expert is no longer required to craft explosives. That's good. So cap collector, so it has reduced the chance of extra caps from 100% to a chance based on your luck. Wasn't it always meant to be a chance based on your luck that ranges from 20% to 85%? That surely wasn't that the wording anyway? But they obviously implemented it wrong. So it was basically working 100% of the time. So you were always going to find extra caps. That's weird. Okay. So Can Do has had its ranks reduced from 3 to 1. And it has a new effect. Find more packaged food based on your luck. Okay. It seems as though there's a lot more perk cards that are going along the route of, the effect is based on the effectiveness of your stat, I guess. And it's added an additional chance to occur based on your luck that ranges from 20 to 85%. Okay. They've added an additional chance. Interesting. Can now apply to NPC loot. Oh, okay. So concentrated fire. So no longer grants limb targeting. This is now acquired by having at least 5 perception. Okay, so now if you're running a gap plas, you're not going to be able to target limbs in VATS unless you've got 5 perception. So I do like that, and I also don't like that. So I like the fact that they're removing the need for having concentrated fire, but when you've got a build that doesn't require huge amounts of perception, but you need the limb targeting, how long is this stream planned to be on? Because 44 minutes is crazy. What? Yeah, so I don't know how I feel about that. So, like, my heavy gunner has 1 perception because it only requires one rank of concentrated fire to give me limb targeting. But now I'm going to need 5 perception. But then there's no other perk cards that are going to be any use. I don't know how I feel about that. So, I mean, it's great for characters that have lots of perception, because obviously, like, you can free up. So you'd be able to get rid of concentrated fire, for instance, and put in like ground pounder as well as like all your commando perks, tank killer, whatever. You'll be able to run everything now. But yeah, you've been streaming for 44 minutes reading the patch notes. Seems a little crazy in my books. Well, there's a lot of patch notes to go through, Navy. I'm not forcing you to stay and watch. What do you want me to do? The game isn't live yet. You know, I don't know what you want me to do. Fix the damage bonus. So concentrated fire has fixed the damage bonus, not increasing per shot. Oh, okay. So that's actually going to work now then. So was this not working before? Because you're supposed to gain a little extra damage per shot, and the per shot effects are now limited to 20 stacks. Okay, but I mean that's good, right? Crack shot now works with all small guns. So I think crack shot only worked with sniper rifles. Was that correct? Field surgeon has been moved to intelligence. Interesting. That's interesting. I don't know about you, Navy, but I don't read the patch notes. I come here and listen to them while I wait on my game. I appreciate that. So Farmer added an additional chance to occur based on your luck that ranges from 20 to 85%, and it can now apply to NPC loot. Gunfu, they fixed an issue where Gunfu was doing much more damage than intended, so they've increased the damage buff from 10%, 30%, 60% to 30%, 60%, 90%. What? So Gunfu, so that max rank damage has gone from 60% to 90%. That's crazy. That seems really good. That's huge. Yeah, that is huge, FST. That's crazy. 1030 to 60 to 30, 60, 90. 90% more damage. That's mental. Yeah, I like that.
You like my game, human? Having fun?
Hey, Moro, thank you for subscribing. So good with Salt. So the ranks have been reduced from 3 to 2. So rank 1 now reduces spoilage by 45%. Rank 2 now reduces spoilage by 90%. So Gorilla, the new effect, each rank adds range damage to close enemies. Gorilla Expert, ranks have been reduced from 3 to 1. And rank 1 now costs 2 perk points. Okay. So it's gone from a 3 cost card down to a 2 cost card. And it has a new effect of gaining 1% reload speed per onslaught stack with ranged weapons, max 3 stacks. So you can gain a plus 3% reload speed. Plus 3%. Does anyone know what time the servers will be up? No, I'm afraid not. I'm just gonna check on my Xbox just to see what's happening. Yeah, some servers are still undergoing maintenance. They're still undergoing maintenance. So Gorilla Master ranks have been reduced from 3 to 1. Rank 1 now costs 3 perk points, so it's basically the same perk point cost. But it has a new effect of gaining 5% damage to close enemies per onslaught stack with ranged weapons, plus 5 max stacks. Okay, so everything here is synergizing with this onslaught, which, like, onslaught is obviously going to be the new meta, I would expect. It's going to take over from, like, everything, I feel. Those furious box mods, they're going to become worth their weight in fucking gold. So Gunslinger has a new effect. Each rank adds range damage to weak spots, 6, 9, and 12 damage per rank. You thought they implemented private test servers, so updates are just gonna be ready to drop. Well, Pierce, they use the private test service to test the update. So they've got to make sure that everybody's got time to, like, you know, run the update before putting all the servers back online. They've probably got to test that the update has been implemented correctly, all that sort of thing. So all these cards that I've maxed out and are now lower stars, will I get all my perks I've spent on them back? No, you'll get duplicate cards instead. You don't get your perk points back, you get duplicate cards which you then scrap to get perk coins. You don't get the perk points back. That was my understanding. That's what happened the last time, I believe. You just get duplicated cards. So when they changed, like, Starch Jeans, didn't they change Starch Jeans? Or you end up with duplicated cards, basically. So where are we now? New effect. New effect. Oh yeah, 6, 9, 12 damage per rank. You seem so long ago, I can't remember. Gunslinger Expert, rank's been reduced from 3 to 1. Rank 1 now costs 2 perk points. New effect. Change the effect up to 1% ranged weak spot damage per onslaught stack plus 3 max stacks. Gunslinger Master, rank's reduced from 3 to 1. Rank 1 now costs 3 perk points. New effect, gain onslaught stacks over time and spend them on attacks. Spend them on attacks. Would you like bank them or something? Plus 10 max stacks. Interesting. Gunrunner now works with any ranged weapon. That's interesting. Any ranged weapon. Huh. So home defense now correctly increases turret damage. And the damage bonus is 50, 75, and 100%. So inspirational ranks have been reduced from 3 to 1. Increased XP gain per charisma. Okay, so So in that case then, when you're running like an XP build now, you're going to be running like 15 charisma, 15 intelligence, I guess. So new effect, you and your team members gain more XP. This effect scales with charisma. Okay, so does this effect scale with... So if everybody's got like max charisma, I wonder how high the XP gain goes. That's interesting. So Ironclad have had its ranks reduced from 5 to 3, and it has a new effect. Armor provides 5% more protection per rank, double if wearing a matching set. Okay. So Ironclad then is going to go to 15% more damage, more protection, and if you're wearing a matching set, it's going to go to 30%. That's not bad. You'll get duplicates for perk cards. Yeah. So Lead Belly has had ranks reduced from 3 to 1. New effect, less rads from food and drink based on endurance. Oh, so it's just less rads. It's not like no rads. That's interesting, though. Charisma buffs are about to become highly sought after. Seems so. Modern Renegade now works with all small guns, and it has a chance to cripple... The chance to cripple has been replaced with increased limb damage. Okay. Mr. Sandman removed the at night requirement. Oh, so Mr. Sandman now just functions all the time? That's awesome. That's wicked. That's really good. Mr. Sandman perk is a good one for me. Mr. Sandman's awesome. So there was a bug involving Mr. Sandman where if you had Mr. Sandman and Covert Operative, but you didn't equip them in a certain order, you wouldn't get the maximum buff out of it. But it seems as though they've made it even better. That's interesting. I really like that. So it now just works regardless of time of day. That's awesome. Pack Rat has had ranks reduced from 3 to 2, and rank 1 has been increased to 50%, and rank 2 has been increased to 75%. Packing Light, ranks reduced from 3 to 1. New effect, your action points regenerate faster when you're not encumbered. When you're not encumbered, i.e. so when you're not over-encumbered. Farmer, ranks reduced from 3 to 1. New effect, find more healing chems based on your luck. Portable Power, ranks reduced from 3 to 2. And it's moved from intelligence into strength. Rank 1 increased to 50%. Rank 2 increased to 75%. So Portable Power, is that the Fusion Core Duration one? Is that Fusion Core Duration? I can't remember. Rad Resistant. It is? Yeah, okay. Rad Resistant, ranks reduced from 4 to 1. Rank 1 now costs 2 perk points. New effect, gain radiation resistance based on your endurance. Okay. Rejuvenated, increased bonus at rank 1. Rank 2 now has an additional bonus while not heavily irradiated. Oh, okay. So, Rejuvenated has now just become completely useless if you are a bloody build. What? So rank 2 now has an additional bonus while not heavily irradiated. So rank 1 then could be potentially good if you're a bloody build. Rank 2 is useless if you're a bloody build. I don't understand. Why have they done that? So Rejuvenated was always just around your food and thirst. You think it still works? It just has more benefits without being bloodied. But why? I don't get it. I don't understand that. Scrounger ranks are reduced from 3 to 1. It no longer increases the quantity of explosives found. Oh, okay. New effect: find more ammo based on luck. A dev note: all 3 searching perks have a chance based on luck to grant a bonus item in certain contexts, such as a medical box or ammo box. In addition, these perks increase the quantity found from all regular loot sources based on luck. Okay. Spiritual Healer ranks reduced from 3 to 1. New effect: you and your teammates regenerate health. The effect scales with Charisma. It seems like Charisma is going to be the new, like, I don't know. Is Charisma going to be the new, like, Endurance? So with the update, all these perk card changes, with the last update, all the perk card changes, like, made everybody just go heavy in Endurance. This seems as though everybody's going to be going heavy in Charisma. So Strongback has had ranks reduced from 4 to 1. Rank 1 now costs 2 perk points, and the new effect: gain more carry weight based on your strength. Tank Killer now works with all small guns. Oh, okay. So now pistols and everything are going to get the benefit. Hey, Coffee. Good to see you. So yeah, so Tank Killer is now going to work with pistols, 10 mils, and all that sort of stuff. That's awesome. Tenderizer ranks reduced from 3 to 1. Rank 1 now costs 2 points. New effect: each attack makes your target take 0.1% increased damage. So does that work like the Furious effect? So each attack. So does that mean each bullet that hits will give you a 0.1% increase? So DevNote: each player using Tenderizer contributes to a stacking effect that does not expire and caps out 100% increased damage. This does not work in PvP. Oh, wow. So it doesn't expire. What? So each player using Tenderizer contributes to a stacking effect. So is this team effective then? It stacks on a single target, so it's better for boss fights. Yeah, but does this work for play? It doesn't work for players on your team, does it? So each player using Tenderizer contributes to a stacking effect that does not expire and caps out 100% increased damage. No, it's got nothing to do with your team. It's just... So it expires when you share... Yes, it shares with everyone, even outside the team. Huh. That's crazy. Is Tenderizer just going to become ridiculously overpowered? 100% more increased damage? That's crazy. So if 3 people have it, it stacks 3 instead of just yours. Yeah, that seems nuts. So Traveling Pharmacy, ranks have been reduced from 3 to 2. Rank 1 increased to 45%. Rank 2 increased to 90%. So that's basically what it is already, isn't it? Has 90% reduced weight. So you're just saving a perk point. That's awesome. Wrecking Ball, ranks reduced from 3 to 1. Moves from intelligence into strength. And a new effect: you deal 100% damage to objects, and you can damage your own camp objects. You can damage your own camp objects. Interesting. So if a whole server has Tenderizer, we can do more damage. That would be insane. Yeah, I think it's team stack only. Need 1,000 shots to get to 100. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, 1,000 shots. You're not going to get there, are you? Because surely... Well, I don't know. But then what happens to misses and everything? I don't understand. Interesting. Okay, so some quest updates. So a bump in the road. They fixed a bug causing Joanna to reappear when relogging. A bump in the road. Retrieve cargo from the Brahmin objective no longer reappears after relogging. They fixed an issue causing players to get duplicate Blue Ridge cargo items when relogging. They fixed an issue where the quest would not activate if a player reached level 20 while in the area. Oldest trick in the book, they fixed an issue that could cause some cultists to not be hostile when they should be. Copper Squatter. Oh, no, sorry. Fixed an issue that could cause the player to become soft-locked when interacting with Hugo. Okay. So Copper Squatter, the speak to chief objective should now complete properly, and the chief robot will no longer skip the explanation dialogue. Okay, but they've not fixed with Copper Squatter the thing when somebody on the server completes it, like everybody gets the rewards. That's stupid. They need to fix that. Unless they have fixed it and it's further down the line, but this is the questing section, so that's where it should be. Powerhouse of the Cell, they've moved the objective marker for the enter the organic sector to be aligned with the door. You can't like doing that. Well, yeah, I mean, but sometimes you want to go and complete the quest yourself, you know? Duty calls, they fixed an issue where the quest would not progress if players log out with a brain in their inventory and resume the quest later on. Most sensational game, speculative fixes for NPC pathing issues that could prevent progress. So this relates to the escort quest, when you got to escort the woman with the blood thing, I guess. It's good that they fixed that, because that could become, that was like the most the biggest issue with the most sensational game was the pathing of that escort quest. So a satisfied conscience fixed an issue where Paladin Rami would not be present at the start of the quest, and addressed several dialogue mismatches in Milepost Zero. Fixed an issue where players could enter the Ranger Station bunker prematurely during the Skyline Valley questline. Ramirez, Hewson, and generic Brotherhood initiates in Fort Atlas could no longer talk about Knight Shin if Ramani was chosen as the leader of the Brotherhood of Steel. And the potential weapons earnable from completing the elusive Crane quest can now be scrapped. Oh, okay. So is that the one that you get from where you put the token in the machine or something? Is that what that is? So UI, they've fixed issues where the player titles could overlap a player's level when seen on the map. Okay. Radex now properly states it will suppress active mutations. Okay, that's good. Fixed an issue with the battle-ready dweller loadouts having extra unused points of endurance. Okay. Fixed an issue with the Pip-Boy not displaying correct information for Guns and Bullets 3 magazine effect. So that's the one about 100% critical damage. Legendary script is now able to be found in the collections tab of the Pip-Boy, as it should have always been, but it got bugged with the season 19. And fixed an issue with Scorchbeast's photo mode frame not displaying correctly when used. So they've still, in my eyes, not fixed the issue with the team overlapping your Pip-Boy and covering your carry weight. For me, that's something that needs addressing. What do you mean 110mm is not a blessing? What? Weapons V63 laser carbine is now craftable for all players regardless of the acquisition method. Oh, okay. The V63 laser carbine weapon plan and mod plans along with its mod can no longer be dropped, traded, or sold. Oh, interesting. So there was loads of players selling these in their camps. Thank God that's back in the Pip-Boy. It was really annoying not being able to see how much script I had. Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. So, where are we? Fixed an issue where the V63 laser carbine could appear multiple times in the crafting menu. Fixed an issue where melee weapons appeared incorrectly when using a scout's banner. Fixed an issue where the Reaper Gatling laser paint did not apply correctly. You've got V63 plans in your vendor. Well, they're about to get removed. Fixed incorrect display of ultrasight laser gun and ultrasight Gatling laser when viewed in inventory workshop views. Fixed an issue where the cryptid jawbone knife, the V63 Helga and the V63 Olga could not be changed back to their unique skin if another paint was applied. They fixed an issue where players who unlocked the Cremator through gold bullion were not able to apply the Enclave Sigma squad paint. They fixed an issue where fire damage type appeared above the primary damage type on certain weapons. Fixed an issue where the dual bar mod was not properly being granted. Properly being granted when scrapping the cauterizer. Oh, okay. Miscellaneous fixes. They fixed an issue preventing score boosts from working correctly in private worlds. Interesting. Didn't know that was a thing. You made so many caps from V63 plans. Well, that's about to all come to an end. I mean, yes, please, it's amazing, but if I could have something else along with 110mm ammo, it'd be awesome. What? So where are we? Yeah, fixed an issue with the silver collectron not collecting the items specified in its terminal. Fixed an issue where overgrown moonflower assassins could be pacified with the Wastelander's Whisperer perk. Oh, okay. Fixed an issue in the Gleaming Depths where the mole miners wouldn't attack the drill if left alone. Okay, so they've made that encounter even more difficult than it already was. So all goo piles and cultists can now be looted directly inside the old Crymora mines. Players can now trade and drop Thrasher plushie backpack plans. Okay. They've better be on point defending then. Increase the range at which other players can hear each other while using area chat. They've increased the range. Ew. Added group generation to the condition of the rewards for mutated public events. Added group generation. Added group generation to the condition of the rewards. Group generation, okay. So does that mean like the more people that are there, the better rewards you're going to get? I don't understand. Mutated party packs should now properly grant recipes and outfits once players have learned everything. Hold on. Mutated party packs should now properly grant recipes and outfits once players have learned everything. Pleasant Valley claim tickets no longer have any weight. Interesting. So, some known issues. Bulk scrapping legendary mods. So, when attempting to scrap a stack of legendary mods... the check to see if the mod was learned will only trigger once. The team is currently investigating a fix and will let you know as soon as we have more information to share. For now, please scrap your legendary mods one at a time and not in bulk. So this is referring to the video that I saw from Mr. Morp, where he was talking about one of his friends had scrapped 500 box mods of the same variety, and it hadn't unlocked the crafting ability. So Bethesda themselves are now basically saying, do not scrap bulk box mods, scrap them singularly. So, inconsistent legendary perk behavior. So, after transforming into a ghoul, players may notice inconsistent behavior with the What Rads action diet and feral rage perks. Namely, the human legendary perk What Rads won't appear as locked away for the transformed character, and the ghoul exclusive perks action diet and feral rage may still appear locked and inequipable. Logging out or relaunching the game should address the inconsistent behavior of the perk cards. Okay. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to be at a crafting table for bloody ages. And I'm glad I caught that part. Hey, Sassy. It will check for learning 1 instead of checking 100. Yeah, so this is probably one of the most important things that are in these patch notes. And I'm glad that Bethesda have addressed it as well. I'm glad they've not, like, left it. So, do not, under any circumstances, scrap bulk box mods because you're just going to be wasting box mods. Sucks to be RNG blessed. Better get your monster ready, snacks and snuggle blanket, because I feel my workbench is going to be my best friend for a few hours. Yeah, so the servers are still offline. So yeah, I think overall there's some really, really, really good stuff in there. So yeah, it seems like a really good update, and I'm really looking forward to it. Pounders has been fixed, yes. So Pounders is broke, but the robot tower and raid still can be stood on. Well, it appears that it can still be stood on. There is nothing in the patch notes to say that. So let's go down to, where was it? So where was that? Was that in? Wasn't in quests, was it? Miscellaneous fixes? No. Whereabouts was that? There's nothing about the platform. There is absolutely nothing about the platform in the raids. Nothing at all. Interesting. So the only thing they've mentioned regarding the raids was about the mole miners now going to attack the drill. Do you know if they fixed the robot button glitch? What, i.e. the repeatable one? It doesn't sound... Well, I don't know. It doesn't sound like it. The shield can no longer be damaged before he's fully in place. Arms down and shooting, then you can damage the shield. Because I don't see them letting us have this fun. Well, I don't know. There's nothing to mention an exploit involving the button. But then they probably have just fixed it and not identified it. Interesting. So whereabouts did they mention... Whereabouts did they mention then? So the only thing they've mentioned there, fixed an issue in the Gleaming Depths where mole miners wouldn't attack the drill if left alone. So that means basically, like, if everybody runs off to go and collect fuel and they... Oh yeah, the one raid part I hate has been enhanced. Yeah. So basically, yeah, if you run off and leave the drill, mole miners are going to wail a tune on it and absolutely destroy it, it seems. But there's nothing else relating to the Gleaming Depths. Nothing. So I dare say it won't be long until there is a new workaround for the Guardian. Okay? I dare say it won't be long. So there we have it then, guys. So if you think these patch notes look really, really good, drop me a like on the stream. I'll be interested to see how many likes we have on the stream right now. So we're sitting on 18 likes. We've got 48 people watching. So I think we can get those likes up to like 30. Let's get those likes up to 30. And if you've enjoyed this, please subscribe to the channel. You're getting a thumbs up from me. Hey, appreciate you, Say. Appreciate you, dude. Come on, peeps, smash the like button. Yeah, man. Raids are still going to be decent. We will overcome the odds. Of course we will, Ghosty. Just found you, subbed. Appreciate that, Sassy. Gave you a like, but it saved me reading all that. Nice. Appreciate that. Here's hoping the servers are restored by the time I get done donating plasma. Oh, you're doing that again? That's awesome, dude. Okay, so yeah, servers are still undergoing maintenance, unfortunately. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. And like I said, guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join my Discord, guys. Join my Discord. I'm going to post my Discord link in the chat for you. Come and hang out in the Discord. Come and hang out in the Discord. Don't leave us. I've got to, I'm afraid. I need to go and do my son some dinner. And we've covered everything that there is to cover in the patch notes, guys. We have covered everything there is to cover. $60 just to sit in a chair for an hour? Of course I'm doing it again. I don't blame you, dude. I don't blame you. So yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. And like I said, guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord. And I'll see you all next time. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.